Hey there, beautiful souls, and welcome to this quick message for you guys. I am currently just down in a beautiful part of Melbourne in Rosebud, and I have been spending some quality time living my highest excitement right now with my beautiful mum. So we've just been to what's known as the Mornington Peninsula Hot Springs. And it is a really, really fun place to just go to all these different thermal baths and just kind of live in a little luxury for a little bit and just relax, you know. And yesterday we did some really fun things. So we're just about to check out of our hotel this morning and head home. But yesterday we went and did this experience, which is called Fire and Ice. And basically, what you do is we had a guide who took us into kind of this hot cold therapy where you go into a hot sauna, and I don't know, a cold sauna, but you go into a sauna, and then after that you spend a few minutes in there, and then you go into a cold plunge pool. Our cold plunge pool was like 4 degrees, so it wasn't like an ice bath, but it was painful. If any of you guys have done that, I'd love to hear from you. But basically, when you go into the cold like that, we only did up to a minute. So it was like we were first timers. But like I was getting these like sharp needle pains like in my legs from the cold. But, you know, I was focusing all on the benefits of actually doing hot and cold therapy. So it was a lot of fun, and, you know, it was kind of fun. My mum and I have this experience where, you guys know me, I'm the human guinea pig of all things, you know, self-realization and wanting to challenge myself and learn about the benefits of things and test them out for myself and all of that stuff. And my mum is kind of the opposite. And so we have this funny dynamic where it's kind of this fun balance between like respecting her individuality and her choices and what she might be interested in or not, with also a little bit of a sneaky push and a little bit of a setting up of the opportunity to get her beyond her current limits. And yesterday, you know, gearing up for this experience, she was really like worried about the hot cold and like, you know, the experience of that and the pain of that, and like, you know, and kind of worrying about it. And up until the point, like, she finally decided right up to the moment, she had every reason to pull out, and she went through with it. And she was so proud of herself, and I was so proud of her for giving it a go and getting outside of her comfort zone. And it ended up being her highlight of the day. And so, you know, what I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about today was embodying your highest excitement and losing attachment to the outcome, right? And basically why I want to talk to you guys about this is, you know, I just wanted to fill you in on that fun story of what's been going on in my life. But this is something that I am deepening into on a daily basis. And I wanted to share this with you guys because, you know, excitement, right? That energy of excitement, like that had always been a way when I first entered personal development. It was a way that I described my higher self and the parts of me that feel like when I'm excited about life, about anything, it felt most like me. And I had some experiences throughout my journey and different lessons and learnings that kind of made me question that and kind of go, oh, you know, like I had, you know, people in my family one person in particular in my family who really didn't like my excitement, my enthusiasm, to the point where I remember a time where they actually, like, I was so excited and enthusiastic about something that was going on in my life, they actually grabbed my arms and held them down. And you guys could probably know by now how expressive I am. And it was kind of this like shut down moment of like, oh, I thought that was like most me. And this person who I love and care about is kind of putting me like dulling that down, you know, like literally holding my arms down and saying, no, that's not okay. That's not good, right? And one of the major lessons I learned from one of my favorite mentors in this world is Dr. Demartini. And his teachings have been so pivotal in my own growth and learnings about myself and others and the path that I'm on and all of those things. And there was just one thing that I really embodied from his teachings, which is, you never want to be too elated, right? That's, you want to always be in equilibrium, back in balance. That's where love is. And he could teach that, the more elated you get, the more excitable you get, the more you're going to be humbled, right? Something in your environment, a person, a circumstance will bring you back down into equilibrium and balance you out. And so, I really trust in that and took that on board. And it wasn't until just very recently, literally a few days ago, where somebody I've been learning from, and I don't even know his name because it's such a new teaching for me. So I'll get back to you guys. If you want to know, I'll drop it in the comments. So just drop me a comment and let me know you want to know who this person is. But basically, it was this moment of real awakening and kind of where the shackles just dropped off from what I was learning in these teachings, where he actually spoke about how you need to have access to what is your highest excitement in this moment, right? And his whole teaching is basically to pursue your highest excitement to the best of your ability, as far as you can go with it, right? And to know that that energy of your highest excitement is actually your pathway to what you're here to do in life, right? And it's not a new teaching in terms of follow your passion, follow your dreams, right? That's your purpose. That's what you're meant to do. That's where your energy source is. But the words in which he used were so resonant to me, and that part of me that I'd shut down and shackled up because of different teachings, different experiences, and having the best intentions, right? But when I heard these words spoken, it was like it gave me permission to actually look again and reflect at that part of me and have a different perspective, expand my own awareness. And it was so enlivening to my spirit to know that to try this on, right? To try on this new way of looking at things and to see the benefit of tapping into my highest excitement and to actually know and trust, or at least to put myself in the experience of, let me go back to that decision I made a while ago to not let myself get too excited because I needed to bring myself back into equilibrium, right? And to actually take that whole rule off and to go full steam into my highest excitement and embody it fully and experience it, right? And to see how my life shall unfold from that place of real enthusiasm, right? Because what excites me is going to be different to you, right? And that, when you get into excitement, if you reflect into the times in your life when you got full on excited, right? That, if you moved on that, if you move on that seed of excitement and you water it and you see how far it can grow, there's something very unusual to our normal everyday experience when we are living from that place, when we're living and watering that excitement and allowing it to expand and fully just surrendering to that process without attachment to an outcome, which is only going to kill our excitement, right? That is next level in the things that I've created in my life. Coming from that place, they are, the synchronicities open up. This whole world of untapped energy opens up, right? And maybe you can find that in your own life. Maybe that's come through for you in your life. And I'm really starting to believe, through my current experiences with the people that I'm engaging with and learning from, that I can really see on our human experience how many times we shut down that seed of excitement. Instead of watering it, we pull it back out of the ground and piff it out somewhere else that we don't know, right? Because we're terrified of it. Because remember, the same physiological response that excitement gives us is also the same physiological response of fear. But what we make it mean, oh no, that's scary. Or, oh my gosh, let's go, right? Like that is the pivotal transformation. And most of us choose, oh, that's scary, based on our experiences, based on our need for certainty, based on other people's responses to us, based on what we learn, right? Whatever it is. And what happens is I'm starting to believe that, universal consciousness, intelligence will send us that seed of excitement into our system. And if we choose to water it, it will send us synchronicities. It will send us new excitements. And that thread of excitement will expand and snowball, right? And we will be living in full alignment. But if we choose to place a fear-driven meaning around that seed of excitement, the universe isn't really going to send us anything more because we haven't yet worked on the thing that it sent us, right? And so that's why over time, throughout the timeline of our life, we can lose energy. We can get, cynical. We can, chop down other people's dreams because we didn't have that experience, right? And this is what I'm starting to see play out in many people's lives as I watch their lives unfold down the timeline of our humanness, right? And how dulled down and cynical that we become because we didn't water that seed of excitement, and so we weren't sent more things to be excited about because we hadn't yet moved in the direction of what we'd already been given. Instead, we named it fear, and we went in a different, more certain and secure or whatever pathway that has ultimately robbed us of that untapped energy source that we could have accessed should we have had the courage and the faith and the trust in ourselves, that we can handle, whatever life, however life unfolds, we'll be willing to surrender to it, to back ourselves, to learn, to grow, expand, and to use that energy source of that excitement and bring a positive attitude to it so that we can ultimately see how life is going to unfold and expand based on that seed of excitement that has entered our framework, our system. You've got your own highest excitements. And what I'm really working on in my own life is lifting the veil on those excitements so that I can, with trust and surrender, see how those seeds are going to be watered and how they're going to unfold and expand, and see where my life takes me on that journey. And my hope is that me just having this conversation with you might actually just open your own awareness to look at where have you maybe been shutting down your own highest excitements based on whatever experiences or reactions you've had from others or your own system. Maybe you never even let your excitement get beyond your own inner being because you're labeling it fear rather than excitement, right? And so my invitation is to go into that and see what you may unfold and find. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. And my hope is that you will take a moment today and just ask yourself, what is my highest excitement in this moment? What excites me even a little bit more than that thing? And it doesn't have to be this huge, big global thing or whatever. It's just like, I'm excited to get out into nature today. I'm excited to connect more meaningfully with this person today. I'm excited to have a bath and feel great today. Whatever it is, it might be something bigger than that, right? But whatever it is, start tuning into what is your highest excitement of this moment, and have the courage to come on this journey with me. Be the human guinea pig of your own self-realization and test it out. Water the seeds of excitement and see how that thread will expand and what unfolds from it. And just know, do you want to live a life from fear or excitement? You're going to get those experiences. Or, the other path is to dull yourself down so far that you never have a feeling of fear or excitement, right? Because you're playing it so safe. That, to me, is the scariest path. And that's why I choose each day to check in with myself, to learn, to grow, to learn from other incredible minds around the globe, and to take on those lessons and embody them and test them out for myself and see what's in alignment and see what's out of alignment, right? And I hope you might do the same as well. So let me check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me. Please say hi. Let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, and any questions or comments or experiences you want to share. That is what this space is for. So let me check in. I've got Linda in the house, and Brian and Jacqueline and Emmanuel and Elf and Hanny and Juan. Good to see all of you guys. And Elf, the beautiful soul of Vanessa, you're amazing, dear one. Infinite respect and love. And right back at you. You're an amazing and beautiful soul yourself, Elf. So good to have you here. And I just want to say I love, how many years we've kept in connection. All of you guys that I've just said hi, and Elf, you're definitely one of those. I'm just so grateful that there's something here that aligns between us. And I'm really grateful for your connection and your ability to show up whenever these random messages come through as well and contribute to them. So I love that. And Ram Golem, good to have you here. And Onab and George and Laurie, good to see you. And Linda, awesome. Faith is amazing. To have faith in ourselves is wonderful. All we have to do is choose to believe in ourselves. It's a choice. Absolutely. That is so beautifully said, Linda. And, nobody else is going to believe in us. Like most of us are outsourcing that. Oh, is this a good enough idea? Is this excitement okay? I'm speaking from my own experience, see if it resonates with you, but like trying to outsource that belief to others. I've gone down that path, so many years that I just, and time and time again had it reflected to me that like, we're all imperfect human beings, right? Like nobody's going to fill that void for you, right? Like, and if you have to have a number of painful experiences to realize that, right? All of it is leading you back to becoming your most empowered self. So the quicker you get that lesson that you need to choose to believe in yourself, and that is what will make the difference. The sooner you can get on living your own life and not wasting your energy by giving away your power and outsourcing that belief into others. So beautifully put, Linda. Love having you here. Awesome. And Jose, awesome. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for taking the time to share this message. I have a question. Love questions. I get excited about my goals and try not to be attached to the outcome. However, how can I know I'm covering what is not working with excitement? Now, that's a great question. And my answer to you is that you are your own barometer. Now, this is not the answer that we want to hear. We always want some sort of simple, black and white, straightforward answer that somebody else can give us from further along the timeline. But the truth is, you have to build your own awareness of the subtleties of your own inner being, your own barometer, your own intuitions in order to answer that question for yourself. And the only way you're going to develop your awareness and your attunement to know where things are coming from within your own system is you have to get out there and put yourself out there and, set the goal, right? And follow through and take the actions and see whether you can gauge, I'm starting to learn now that this was coming from a fear-driven place. And now I'm starting to get contrast over when things are coming from a really inspired, true place. And I just have to say, that's actually one of the major reasons I really had to step away from, doing so much creation in my external world, was there was this part in me that was like, I know like a lot of my intentions are really pure, but I'm starting to feel like there's this other reason that doesn't feel so pure as to why I'm showing up and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I don't quite have my finger on the pulse of what it is, but I can feel something's not quite right. And I really needed to really attune into my own system. And that meant I had to really fully retreat. And I'm still doing a lot of retreat, right? In order to stay in attunement to my own inner intentions driving what I'm doing. And that takes a lot of quiet time. It takes a lot of the subtle environment within you. So, you know, that's why I do what I do, and that's why I support people to go into their own inner world, because you have all of the answers are within you. You just need to learn how to communicate with your own system, and you have to be able to differentiate between the different aspects at play, you know, the fear-driven aspects and the love-intended aspects, right? Like the more trusting and surrendering aspects of you, and the parts of you that want to control and like force outcomes, right? And you have to go through the experiences. So get excited about your goals, but then just question, what is this excitement about? Is it to do with an enlivening experience from my spirit? Or is it to do with, oh, how will I be perceived by others? What recognition will I get? What, outcome am I attached to that's different to what's enlivening to my spirit? And so that's the kind of gauge that you need to get attuned to. It's what is really energizing your spirit, like that aspect of yourself that becomes alive, right? Kind of the child within you, versus doing it for external reasons that end up down the timeline squashing your energy, right? Depleting you. And I'm a big believer in what energizes you is kind of a universal intelligence going, yes, you're on the right track. Let's go. Yes, you're doing this. Versus when you get depleted and lethargic and weighed down, it's the universe actually supporting you, saying, you're going down this path for the wrong reasons, or it's the wrong path. Check in with yourself, right? And know that you have this intuition, this inner tuition, this inner teacher, this inner guide, this inner guru within you that has all of the answers that you're yearning for and looking for in external goals, outcomes, voices, and reflections. And just know that if it's not pointing you back into your inner world and your own empowerment, it's probably taken your power that you're giving to it. So hope that somehow was of value to you, Jose. I really hope so. I know it's not a black and white answer, but that is the most empowering answer for you. And we all have to go on that journey of uncovering those truths within. And if any of you guys do want deeper support, and I could support you on shifting perspective or getting a new vantage point, perhaps I might start opening up some of those free calls that I was doing, if that's going to be of value, because I love serving and I love supporting you. And sometimes it helps if you can give me more information about your personal experience and help me to help you in that way as well. So you can reach out if that's of value to you. All right. And Bill, so good to see you. Hello, nice aura. Oh, I love that. Thank you. And right back at you. And Miguel is here, and Nadia and Kobe and Linda. Thank you, Vanessa. Super. Lovely to hear that there was some value here for you today, Linda. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for showing up in this message. Thank you for your comments, your questions, for your connection, for being on this journey together. I'm always super grateful for all of you guys, and and for, like I said earlier, just showing up on these random messages. And I really do hope that today's message has supported and enlivened some part within you, and it will get you asking yourself the question, what is my highest excitement in this moment? And let yourself move on it. Let yourself just move on the little excitements and see how your life may transform. That's certainly the journey I'm on, and I'd love for you guys to be on it with me, and we can do it shoulder to shoulder. And I can see Carolina has joined. Hope you guys just joining now will catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message, and reach out if I can support you more deeply, and definitely drop your comments, questions, and experiences below. So much love for each and every one of you guys. Follow your highest excitement, and I'll see you guys very soon. Mwah.